Good afternoon from Thompson here at Larimore Field. It's time for the elimination matchup between the Pembina County North Grizzlies and the Carrington Cardinals. Mac Robinson, your play-by-play voice, soon to be joined by my broadcast partner James Cardarelli here today on YourLiveEvent.com. And when it comes to the pregame show, brought to you by our friends over at Irie Insurance. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at IRIEINS.com. Let's go ahead and get into our pregame show. Of course, both of these teams having lost earlier today. Thompson knocking off Pembina County North 19-0, and Carrington just now losing to the Patriots of Mayport CG Haddon Northwood 17-0. Now, both of these teams looking to try to advance to take on the loser between Thompson and Mayport in the Patriots of Mayport CG Haddon Northwood tomorrow. Now let's get into our starting lineups, brought to you by our friends over at American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life, a great careers, quality products, grower owned, crystalsugar.com. Let's go ahead and start with the Pembina County North Grizzlies, who are going to be taking the field first, as Callie DeMars will be on the mound once again, batting first. Grayson Helgo will be batting second, playing first, and batting third behind the backstop, Nora Crosby. She will be batting third. Batting fourth will be Kaylee Kemp, playing third base. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, will be Remy Larson. And batting sixth will be the second baseman, Colby Firstenow. Batting seventh, playing in center field, Sarah Jensen. Batting eighth, playing in left, is going to be Maddie Steele. And the designated player, Jocelyn Anderson, is going to be batting ninth in for the left fielder, Katie Jensen. Or the right fielder, Katie Jensen, excuse me. And then as we take a look at Carrington, Mara Coots is going to be playing shortstop, batting first. Batting second, playing in center field, is going to be Isabel Wendell. Batting third will be the pitcher today. Batting third is Cadence Van Ray. Batting fourth, playing first, Kennedy Wendell. Batting fifth behind the backstop is going to be Bryn Smith. Batting sixth, playing third base, Lauren Hendrickson. Batting seventh, playing second base, Callie Hewitt. Playing in left, batting eighth is going to be Bailey Ness. And rounding out the lineup for the Carrington Cardinals will be the right fielder, batting ninth, Reese Schaefer. And as we go ahead and get set for action here from Larimore Field, Mac Robinson, your play-by-play voice, James Cardarelli, my color commentator. Been a great day of action both on Saturday and here today, as Mara Coots will step up to the plate here momentarily. Behind her again, Isabel Wendell in the on-deck circle, and Cadence Van Ray, today's pitcher for the Cardinals, here in the elimination matchup of the softball tournament here in Region 2 in Thompson. We have all the action here for you, as always, here on YourLiveEvent.com, and that has been your Irie Insurance pregame show. Been a quick one, as it's been a quick turnaround here today. Make sure you stick around tomorrow, as the Thompson Tommies, going to take on the Mayport CG Haddon Northwood Patriots. 3 o'clock sharp here at Larimore Field, Thompson. And the following that one will be the elimination matchup to decide who else will qualify for states. And as the umpires go ahead and get the masks on, we're good to go. And just like that, Mara Coots will step into the batter's box. The pitch from DeMars. Comebacker back onto the mound, thrown on to first for the first out. And just like that, one pitch, one out. Efficiency from Callie DeMars.
Yeah, DeMars excited after that one, Mac. Pumping her fist. One pitch, one out. That's a good start for this Pembina County North team.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, James. Pitch outside, ball one. But, that's certainly one where when both of these teams are coming off of losses like you saw earlier today, it's good to get that underneath your belt here early. And one low, ball two.
Both teams maybe struggling to find the confidence after earlier today, but short-term memory, as both of them want to continue their seasons and play tomorrow.
That pitch high, ball 3-0 count, one out. Again, much like a shooter in basketball that's struggling out there. Pitch ball in there for a strike, excuse me.
I wouldn't know that feeling.
No, you wouldn't. I do. And so next pitch, outside ball 4. Wendell gets on base. But trying to get an easy layup in there, trying to get into a rhythm. And once you get a couple of those down, all of a sudden it starts to get easier from there on out. And one out here, runner on first, going down to second, trying to steal and able to get in there cleanly.
And then on the other side of things, Matt Carrington, just one base runner all of last game. They get the second hitter on and now in scoring position here in the first inning.
And, that might be the...
Let me go ahead and update that scoreboard for everybody. Sorry about that. We are in the top of the first.
We're in the top of the first. Believe it or not, the game has not moved that quickly. But 2-0 pitch here. That one in the dirt. 3-0. And so Cadence Van Ray at the dish here. And, almost the disadvantage for Carrington is the fact that you just had your last game in there, that pitch in there for a strike. But have to have a quick turnaround to come in for this one and immediately be ready. Meanwhile, you have the Grizzlies and a chance to rest up and also get a chance to see your tendencies against Patriots.
Maybe sit in the shade a little bit, maybe go to the car, get in the air conditioning. It's a hot one. It's 86 degrees. It's getting hotter, Mac, and I'm feeling the effects of it up here.
Well, we'll try to get you a towel. Wipe off. That pitch hit deep, and that's going to be caught there by Steele. Mandy Steele able to secure that one for out number 2.
And that one was ripped, Mac, but nice catch out there in left field. I thought that one had a chance to go over the fence. That was a nice cut.
Yeah, and the wind coming in, blowing out towards center. It's in there for a strike on Kennedy Wendell, the lone senior for the Carrington Cardinals. But
not much wind, though, right now, Mac.
Not a ton. That one getting by for a wild pitch. That one is going to allow Wendell to get over to third.
And this is where, if you're DeMars, you got to be careful with that runner on third now. She has struggled with control, and a lot of runners coming home on pass balls.
1-1 count on the way. That pitch outside, and got past the catcher, Nora Crosby, but went back off the wall and basically came back to Crosby to basically negate that effect there. So Isabel Wendell standing on third. And the pitch. That one hit. Is that going to drop? It will. And one run will come across as Isabel Wendell will score on the RBI single for the senior, Kennedy Wendell. From one Wendell to another. So Bryn Smith, the catcher today, she steps into the batter's box, got a lot of speed. So she will step in. 2 outs here in the first. That one in the dirt. Able to get picked up there by Crosby. 1-0 count. So 1-0 count inside. And didn't quite hit her, but that's going to allow Kennedy Wendell to get it's a second on the wild pitch. So a 2-0 count now. Wendell on second. And once again, Pembina County North playing that wide infield. That pitch fouled. 2-1 count. The shortstop playing almost perfectly in between, maybe a shade towards third base, leaving a wide gap there in the middle of the infield. Pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2 count, 2 down. Bryn Smith.
Yeah, to your point, a lot of space in there between short and second. And that's how they played in the first game of the day, their first game. And it's just giving up a lot of room there in that gap back.
Yes, it has, James. That ball fouled off of the top of the dugout there on the third baseline for Pembina County North.
I'm not going to pretend to be an expert when it comes to softball, but that just seems like a lot of room out there to give up.
And could lead to tough plays, especially on the defensive side.
Yes.
But, hey, Remy Larson has done a good job on the defensive side of showing her range. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Bryn Smith goes down swinging, and we head and swing into the bottom of the first right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Stay with us. 1-0 lead for the Carrington Cardinals.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
And welcome back into Larimer Field here in Thompson. Cadence Van Ray takes the rubber here in the pitcher's circle as the Carrington Cardinals have a 1-0 lead after the first inning. As, of course, that was courtesy of the Kennedy Wendell RBI single, giving the Cardinals the lead here today. And first run scored between both of these teams here today. As we get into the bottom of the first, it'll be Kelly DeMars, the pitcher. She will be leading off for the Grizzlies. Grayson Helgo, she'll be batting second, followed by Nora Crosby. And the Grizzlies, and talking with Coach Carly Krieg, she had mentioned the fact that they stopped giving statistics to the Grizzlies to keep focused in on their team and stay focused in on the game-to-game aspects, and allows for a little bit of a clean slate as you go into each game here. Callie DeMars will take her first at bat here today. And again, the Grizzlies having the energy there in their dugout. First pitch in there for a strike from Van Ray. Van Ray on Saturday pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 runs, but none of them were earned. That pitch behind DeMars, that's 1-1. So 1-1 count here, but Van Ray had a pair of strikeouts on Saturday in the 15-14 upset win over the Grafton Spoilers. Van Ray's next pitch in there for a strike, 1-2.
It'd be interesting to see Van Ray in this starting role. We've seen her in relief, but
that
one of the more talented players on Carrington.
That one popped foul. So 1-2 count on the way here. 1-2 pitch. And again, beautiful day for softball. That pitch high. 2-2. And good fan turnout here on a Monday afternoon. 2-2 pitch, the offering. That one skied up in the air, and coming in to make the catch is going to be Bailey Ness for out number 1.
Had a good read on that one, got underneath it and squeezed it for the first out. Nice play out there.
Grayson Helgo coming in for the Grizzlies. And the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 count. Van Ray been pretty locked in here so far. 7 pitches, 5 strikes already here early on. That one up and fouled back. Just past the stands. So 0-2 count on the way here. And Van Ray rocks, fires it home. That one hit on the inside, going to be grabbed there by Wendell and touches first base for the ground out. 2 outs.
And jammed her on that one. A slow ground ball to first base for the second out.
And again, it's not about striking out or how flashy you do it. It's just about getting the outs, and Van Ray's got 2 of them. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was a high cut there from Crosby. Or Crosby, the catcher here today in both games. And Van Ray toes the rubber, readies, rocks, fires. It's going to be inside and low, ball 1, 1-1 count. Kaylee Kemp in the on-deck circle, Remy Larson behind her. Pitch from Van Wright. High and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch on the way. The offering is inside, 3-1.
That one kind of got away from her a little bit there. Crosby doing a good job backing away.
And Van Ray readies, fires. That one hit hard on the ground, thrown on to first, in time for the out. And Lauren Hendrickson gets the out, the 5-3 put out, and that'll send us in to the top of the second right here on YourLiveEvent.com. 1-0 lead for the Carrington Cardinals.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. Shop for your personal items, farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new home or a working job, check out the opportunities in Hillsborough and see what the community can offer you and your family. The City of Hillsborough congratulates the area graduates on your achievements, and they wish you all the best in your future. They hope that you'll carry pleasant memories of school days and graduation time for the rest of your life. Congratulations and best of luck, graduates, from the City of Hillsborough.
And welcome back into Thompson here at Larimer Field. I'm Mac Robinson, your play-by-play voice. James Cardarelli next to me. It's not the end of the world as we know it as we head into the second inning. 1-0 lead for the Carrington Cardinals as the Grizzlies take the field once again. Cadence Van Ray with a great first inning there as didn't allow a hit and only threw 14 pitches there in the first inning. Callie DeMaris will come back in. She only allowed 1 hit there in the first inning, but 1 left on, 1 runner scored, and that's the difference in your ball game through 1 here. DeMaris with 23 pitches, 11 of them strikes. Lauren Hendrickson comes up to bat here, and Callie Hewitt will be on deck, followed by Bailey Ness. Hendrickson, a couple of hard practice cuts. And DeMars fires. Pitch in there for a strike.
Getting ahead of the hitters is big for DeMars, who struggles with her control, but she's able to work ahead. That's when she's at her best.
That one hit on the ground, and that's going to be foul.
Just foul, a couple of inches there.
Yeah, it took a couple of hops and was fair, but once it got to that third baseline, that's when it jumped foul. Hendrickson got to be feeling confident after making that nice play there to end the first inning. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to be strikeout swinging there, and Kelly DeMar is able to get out number 1.
Yeah, 3 straight strikes there, and that's a quick out for DeMars.
And now Callie Hewitt will come in. Pitch in there for a strike.
4 straight strikes now from the pitcher DeMars.
Next offering on the way. Swing and a miss. 0-2. DeMar seems to be getting into a groove here.
Finding some nice rhythm out there. She looks at her wrist, getting the pitch from the dugout.
Pitch is going to be outside 1 and 2, excuse
I like
me.
the location of that ball, though.
Yeah, a good one to try to tempt Hewitt on the outside. Next pitch, inside, jamming her up, swing and a miss.
Back-to-back Ks for DeMars.
Back-to-back Ks swinging. So 2 down here in the top of the second. And Bailey Ness will step in. Pitch, swing and a miss from Ness.
Getting a lot of swings and misses here in this second inning. And DeMars' confidence is starting to go up.
And next pitch here from DeMars. That one fouled off.
3rd straight batter now that she's got into 0-2, and can't talk about how crucial that is enough.
And especially for a pitcher like this, getting into a rhythm and really able to work through, that's what you love to see. That one in the dirt.
Kind of took some off speed on that one, and left it short, but good pitch to throw. See if you can get her to chase.
Expect a fastball here coming in. The pitch. That one low. Ball 2. 2s all around. 2 strikes. 2 balls. 2 outs in the second inning.
DeMars trying to strike out the side here.
And we'll see if she's able to do that. The next pitch here from DeMars.
Ooh.
Good job holding off on that one from Bailey Ness. That one low. Full count.
That one was close, Mac.
That one very close. But Ness not biting. And the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Great job by Bailey Ness to work 4 straight balls there in order to get on base. And now it's Reese Schaefer, the 9-hitter. Mark Coots, the on-deck circle to lead things off. That pitch low, ball 1. And again, Nora Crosby trying to walk down to first. Basically trying to tell Bailey Ness, hey, get back on there. Don't take a lead. Ness essentially challenging her. That pitch inside, and that's going to be a wild pitch, and that will allow Bailey Ness to take second. And so now 2-0 count here for Schaefer. And the pitch. Outside, ball 3.
The inning started so promising, striking out the first 2 batters and pounding the strike zone, and now those control issues reappearing here for DeMars.
And for the Cardinals, that pitch in there for a strike. Being able to do this with the bottom of your lineup, that's where you got to feel good about this. Mara Coots in the on-deck circle, your leadoff hitter. 3-1 offering. High, ball 4. Runners on first and second. Mara Coots coming up to the plate. Mara Coots 0 for 1 so far in this one with a ground out.
This is what we talked about, the best of both worlds with DeMars. She has strikeout caliber pitching, but can sometimes just get a little wild out there.
Well, coming into this tournament, she had pitched 38 innings. That pitch going to be high, and that's going to be a wild pitch, and that will allow the runners to advance. And
I believe it was 67 strikeouts.
67 strikeouts to 60 walks.
Yeah.
So big all or nothing here when it comes to DeMars. That pitch going to be skied up, and that's going to be caught by Colby Firstenow, and no damage done as we head into the bottom of the second. 1-0 lead still for the Carrington Cardinals right here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And welcome back in to Larimer Field here in Thompson, as it's a 1-0 lead for the Carrington Cardinals as we head into the bottom of the second. 2 runners were left on last inning as Callie DeMars, through 21 pitches, was able to get out of dodge. She had 2 walks in that inning. Runners were able to get to second and third, but not able to come across home plate. Again, Mac Robinson, your play-by-play voice. James Cardarelli alongside me here. The winner of this game will go on to face the loser of the matchup between the number 1 seeded Thompson Tommies and the number 2 seeded Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots. And Cadence Van Ray toes the rubber, fires that one inside, ball 1 to Kaylee Kemp. Kaylee Kemp, followed by Remy Larson and Colby Firstenow. And the pitch to Kemp. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. That one high, 3-0. Again, a difference in this one here today was a Kennedy Wendell RBI single. That pitch high and inside, ball 4. So Remy Larson will come up to the plate, and once again the chants from the Grizzlies dugout will come alive. And the pitch, showing bunt, holds back, fires down to second, and Kemp holds up. She went halfway and then decided, nope, I'm going to go back. Not feeling that one. And the pitch. That one popped up, and that one's going to drop foul. Brent Smith trying to get up and out of her stance there, but struggling that one. Just a quick little bloop that goes foul right behind her.
Yeah, just unable to locate it in time.
And 0-2 count here for Larson. That one's going to be high and inside, throwing down to second, and that's not going to be in time, so that's going to be a steal for Kaylee Kemp. So Kemp now in scoring position, 1-2 count on Remy Larson. Cadence Van Ray on the mound, or on the rubber, in the pitcher circle. Throwing that one, that's going to be in the dirt. That's going to be throwing on to first, not in time, and runners are going to be on the corners here as she's able to beat it out for the infield single.
Remy Larson, very quick, just a slow tapper and able to beat it out down the line.
And so now comes the tough play, the infield playing in as nobody out, runner on third, and Larson was going to take off for second, but that one's going to be hit foul by first now.
Perfect opportunity now for the Grizzlies to try to tie this up or even better.
Colby Firstenau in her first at bat here today. 0-1 count. Van Ray's next offering. That one's going to be low and going to be located there by Bryn Smith, but that will allow Remy Larson to advance to second on the wild pitch. So 1-1 count and the pitch. That's also going to be in the dirt, but that's going to allow Kemp to score. As that one going to be in the dirt, that's going to be a wild pitch there on Van Ray and allowing the run to score. So we are all knotted up as Kemp is able to get in there on the pass ball.
Now if you're Van Ray, you just got to focus on getting the first out of this inning. That runner is at third, but got to try to settle down here.
Remy Larson on third. The pitch here from Cadence Van Ray. The pitch outside, full count here for first and out. 1-1 ball game here.
It's a big pitch for Van Ray coming up.
And once again, that Grizzlies dugout fired up here after tying this ball game. That pitch high, and that will allow Firstenau to get on to first now. Now Sarah Jensen will step up to the plate. So runners on the corners here, nobody out. Tie ball game at 1. And Sarah Jensen awaits the pitch from Van Ray. And pitch is going to be in there for a strike, and Firstenau is going to be off and running to second with a steal. Sarah Jensen, first at bat. And this one popped up, and it's going to end up being caught there by Callie Hewitt for out number 1.
Nice job by Hewitt. And not tagging up from third this time on the infield pop-up. And we did see an infield sac fly in that game before this one, but not that time.
Pitch inside for a ball. And Hewitt, really making the good athletic play of trying to track it down and reaching out with her arm and able to secure that one.
Over the shoulder grab, it was nice.
Ooh, quick comebacker up the middle. That's going to plate 1, and it's going to end up plating 2. And the 2 RBI single there for Maddie Steele gives the Grizzlies a 3-1 lead after that 2 RBI single up the middle. Just a quick comebacker.
Van Ray nearly got her glove on that one. That thing was smoked up the middle.
Yeah, it was. Smoked like a good barbecue. Pitch in there for a strike. So runner on first, one out, double play ball. Something you got to look out for here. That one going to be hit softly into foul territory, and that'll go foul. So 0-2 count. Again, Coach Krieg mentioning to me before the action here today, the fact that she hasn't really coached up their energy, that's all come naturally from the Grizzlies. Swing and a miss, strike three on Anderson. So that's the second out here of the bottom of the second. And back to the top of the order. Kelly DeMars flying out earlier in this one. And the pitch. It's going to be low, ball one. .36 pitches so far today for Van Ray. Next one on the way. That one going to be fouled off the end of the bat. 1-1 count. The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by a special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. 3-1 ball game here, bottom of the second. The pitch from Van Ray. Pitch high, ball two. 2-1 count. And the pitch, that one going to be low. Ball three, 3-1. Next pitch on the way here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two, excuse me. Getting ahead of myself here. Full count, 2 outs.
Van Ray with a big pitch coming up, trying to work her way out of this inning.
And that's going to be a ground ball thrown on to first. Out number 3. There's out number 3 of the bottom of the second. We head into the third. 3-1 lead for Pembina County North as Carrington comes up to bat next.
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We at Irie Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
And welcome back as the Grizzlies heading the Cardinals with their best shot in the bottom of the second, scoring 3 runs, all 3 earned on 2 hits. Cadence Van Ray with a 27-pitch inning, 1 left on base as the Grizzlies now with a 3-1 lead. Callie DeMar still on the mound. Coming up, it's going to be the 2-3-4 hitters. It's going to be Isabel Wendell, followed by Cadence Van Ray and Kennedy Wendell. Kennedy Wendell with the RBI single in the top of the first to give the Cardinals a 1-0 lead. Winner of this one will play tomorrow in the elimination game against the loser between Thompson and Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. And so now Isabel Wendell comes up to the plate. The pitch, going to be high, ball 1. This is Callie DeMar's 45th pitch of the day. And 46 on the way here. That's going to be inside, ball 2. Wendell scored the lone run. Walked in the first inning. Pitch low, ball 3, 3-0. Had a good chance to have yet to record an at bat. 3-0 count, nobody out. The pitch from DeMars. Pitch low, ball 4. So 4-pitch walk brings up Cadence Van Ray. Van Ray with a fly out in the first inning, and Isabel Wendell keeping them on their toes as Wendell had taken first and rounded first and made DeMars look her back. Pitch, swing and a miss from Van Ray. So 0-1. And again, that wide middle of the infield from the Grizzlies, that one's going to be fouled off as Wendell was off and running. But that wide middle of the infield also makes it a lot easier for you to take second base if you're a base runner. And so now DeMars will ready once again. And Wendell is off and running, swing and a miss. For out number 1, Van Ray goes down swinging, but Wendell will go ahead and steal second.
Runner in scoring position now with 1 out. A good opportunity to try to chip away at that 3-1 lead.
And pitch low, ball 1. And you mentioned that James Wendell was the one that had the RBI single in the first inning. With Isabel Wendell. A pitch high, ball 2. You're going to throw it over to Larson to try to keep Isabel Wendell close.
Well, you got to be ready for any pass balls. They're out there on second.
2-0 count. That pitch in there for a strike. Ball goes out of Crosby's hands, but she's able to recover. 2-1 count. So the 2-1 offering, that one's going to be fouled off by Wendell. 2-2. Kennedy Wendell trying to see if she can knock in Isabel. And DeMars' pitch. That one's going to bounce in there, full count. And the wind now coming in strong from left field in. And the pitch. That one skied up in the air. And that's going to end up being caught by Colby Firstenau.
Cardinal catcher, Bryn Smith.
And so Wendell stays at second. Bryn Smith will come back in. She had a strikeout swinging. And the pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1 count, 2 down. 3-1 lead for the Grizzlies. Here in the top of the third. The pitch. That one low. Ball 1. And so now DeMars readies, toes the rubber, and fires. That one's going to be up and caught there by Firstenau. And that's going to do it for the top of the third. We head into the bottom of the third. 3-1 lead for the Grizzlies as the Carrington Cardinals are unable to play another run. We'll be right back after this.
The Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavor. To this year's graduating class, we encourage you to step into your future and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Congratulations from administration, staff, and other students at the Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsborough and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
And welcome back into Thompson as the Grizzlies of Pembina County North have a 3-1 lead. Here on YourLiveEvent.com, they are leading over the Carrington Cardinals. Mac Robinson alongside James Cardarelli here today. Again, we already have one matchup set for tomorrow. And being the number 1 seeded Thompson Tommies taking on the number 2 seeded Mayport CG Hatton Northwood Patriots. That game coming at you at 3 o'clock. Kevin Kochman will be on the call for that one. And
we're wheeling in the A team for that one, eh?
You know it.
What are we, like the C team?
I'm the MAC team. As we head into the bottom of the third, it'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters as Grayson Helgo, Nora Crosby, and Kaylee Kemp will be the order here. First pitch to Helgo, high for a ball. Cadence Van Ray on the mound, or in the pitcher circle. And the pitch. That one hit high and going to go right into right field. That's going to bloop in for a single.
Way to just stick your bat out there and hope it falls somewhere.
Really good piece of hitting there, hitting that off the end of the bat. Bloop single, and now 3-hitter Nora Crosby steps in. Pitch low for a ball. So 1-0 count here on Crosby, the pitch. That one hit right back to the mound to Van Ray. Van Ray on to second for the force out. Gets one.
Nice job gunning that to second base, getting the lead runner.
And the force out there will get Helgo. And essentially trading out batters as Nora Crosby gets on base via the fielder's choice. And the pitch. In there for a strike. Oh, 1 count here, 1 down in the bottom of the third. The pitch, that one's going to be hit, jamming in on the hands. It's going to go up and over the stands. Foul. 0-2 count. And Kaylee Kemp steps back in as Van Ray toes the rubber and fires. That one's going to be bounced in, firing down, and that one's going to end up going off of Crosby, hitting the base runner, but
unfortunately, that only counts in wiffle ball.
that I'm much better at. 0-2 count, or 1-2 count,
Heads
excuse
up.
me. That one up and over. See that in the side window here up in our broadcast booth. And the pitch. Inside. Next pitch on the way from Van Ray. That one skied up high in the air in foul territory, and Bryn Smith couldn't quite make that grab.
Tough play for catchers to flip that mask off and try to locate a ball in the air like that. Almost able to get there.
And next pitch on the way from Van Ray. Inside, ball 3, 3-2 count, full. Nora Crosby on second. On deck is Remy Larson. And that one bounced in there, and off and running is Crosby. And that ball gets past Hendrickson. And Crosby will score, and running on to second will be Kemp.
Grizzly shortstop, Remy Larson.
And swing and a miss there from Remy Larson, who's 1 for 1 with a single. And just like that, a 4-1 lead for the Grizzlies of Pembina County North. And the pitch. That pitch in the dirt. That's going to allow Kemp to steal third. So Kemp gets third on the wild pitch. And the pitch there from Van Ray. Skied into right field. Underneath it is going to be Reese Schaefer, and tagging up and heading home is Kemp. and she will score, make it 5-1 for the Grizzlies.
That's a nice job there, putting the ball in the air and getting that runner in.
And so now 2 down, nobody on for the Grizzlies. As Colby Firstenau comes up to the dish. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. The pitch. That one right on the ground over to Hewitt. Hewitt on to first for the out. And we head on to the 4th inning as the Grizzlies tack on another 2. They lead 5-1 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Your future endeavors from the Hillsborough Central Valley Booster Club.
Watch the 2023 North Dakota Shrine Bowl in conjunction with Three Borders Sports Network in your live event on Saturday, June 24th in Mayville.
Deutsch, you look to the left, and a nice little screen over on the near side. Getting away is Nelson down inside the 20, and he might score. He does. Down inside the end zone, and it's a 37-yard touchdown.
The 11-man game kicks off at 4 with the 9-man game to follow at 7. It's the Shrine Bowl with Three Borders Sports Network and YourLiveEvent.com.
And welcome back in to Thompson at Larimer Field. Mac Robinson, James Cardarelli on as it's the Pembina County North Grizzlies leading a 5-1 over the Carrington Cardinals. We'll have Lauren Hendrickson, Callie Hewitt, and Bailey Ness. The 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Cardinals as they try to come back down by 4 to the Grizzlies. And the pitch from DeMars, that one in there for a strike. Next pitch on the way from DeMars, that one fouled off, jammed in on the hands of Hendrickson. An 0-2 count here quickly. So far in the day for DeMars, 4 strikeouts and 4 walks for the Grizzlies pitcher. DeMars, pitch outside, ball 1. So 1-2 count. Pitch on the way. Hendrickson's able to loop that one fair. And that will be at least a base hit as Hendrickson's going to try to dig this one out at second. She's going to be able to get in there with a double. And Hendrickson now 1 for 2 on the day after that double.
Carrington trying to find some life on offense. That's a big start to the top of the 4th there with a leadoff double.
And really could get some positive momentum going for you once again. As Callie Hewitt will step in, second baseman. Pitch going to be high, ball 1. Hendrickson was aggressive on the base paths earlier in this one. 1-0 count. That ball in the dirt. That's going to allow Hendrickson to get to third on the wild pitch. So 2-0 count. And the pitch. One high and outside. Ball 3, 3-0 count. So again, for the Cardinals, for a young team like this to be able to work through a count, able to make that into a double, and now that one, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. Nobody out.
Left fielder, Bailey Ness.
Bailey Ness, the 8th hitter in the lineup. She steps in. She has yet to register an at bat. She had a walk in her first plate appearance. That one going to be fouled off, but Callie Hewitt was off and running there, trying to avoid the double play ball here, and also trying to put another runner in scoring position. And so now Ness awaits the pitch from DeMars. Pitch is going to be inside, and it's going to be allowing Hewitt to steal second. So 1-1 count here. Runners on second and third. Grizzlies lead. That one swing and a miss from Ness. No outs here in the top of the fourth as the Cardinals try to come back down by 4. That one fouled off.
Good cut at that, and Carrington showed us on Saturday that they are more than capable of answering, and 4-run lead right now, they are more than capable of coming back.
They're a resilient bunch. And the pitch. It's going to be low. Ball 2. Two-two count. The offering. That one's going to be high. Full count here. As Bailey Ness able to work the count in her favor now. Full count on the way. No outs. Runners in scoring position. Reese Schaefer in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss at that high heat. And Ness goes down swinging.
And that's not what you want. That was ball 4, but just unable to lay off the high heat there. And nice pitch by DeMars.
First pitch going to be low, ball 1.
If you're Carrington, with those runners in scoring position, you got to figure out a way to get them in here.
And pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 count here. Schaefer has yet to record a plate appearance here. She had a walk in her first at bat. Or has yet to record an at bat that had a walk in her first plate appearance. Got those reversed. Pitch in there for a strike.
She appeared at the plate.
She did. She didn't just appear out of thin air and all of a sudden get on first base. And next pitch, that one fouled back. 1-2 count remains for Schaefer. Mara Coots, the leadoff hitter in the on-deck circle. Cardinals trying to get a rally going here. That one in the dirt, and they thought about running. They're going to run back, and now that's going to look back at second, and they're going to secure, make sure that the runner doesn't come home.
That's the right play. That's the right play by Nora Crosby. Just kind of run over to third, make sure the runner goes back to second. You don't want to throw the ball around the infield and risk giving up any runs.
Well, Callie Hewitt thought that Lauren Hendrickson was running home. She had gotten all the way, basically could touch third. That ball is going to go up and out of play. That's going to go foul. Reese Schaefer still fighting at the plate here. 2-2 count it will remain. But Hendrickson turned back. Hewitt had to slide, come back, run all the way back, and like you said there, James, Crosby just walked back to make sure that Hendrickson didn't get a free pass running home. And the pitch. That one bounced in there, full count. So again, working the count in her favor. Reese Schaefer now worked the count full. See what she's able to do with it here. The pitch. Hit on the ground, back to DeMars, and the throw's on to first, and that will allow 1 run to score. As Hendrickson will score on the RBI ground out, back to DeMars, and will advance Hewitt on to third. So a 5-2 lead now as Cardinals trimming it down to 3 runs.
You get the out, you give up the run. Good job by Carrington, at least getting that runner on third in. Now with 2 outs. Runner on third, you got another big at-bat here as you're trying to battle your way back in this one.
Well, you're happy to have Mara Coots at the plate here. She's 0 for 2 today, but she's one of the more steady hitters for the Carrington Cardinals this season. 2 down here in the top of the fourth, the pitch. That one's going to be hit on the ground. That one going over to Larson. Larson firing it on to first and able to get the out, and just like that, the Grizzlies able to get out of it, just allowing 1 run and keeping a 3-run lead. So we head into the bottom of the fourth on YourLiveEvent.com.
New Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans are here. In the Hillsboro area, contact Tim Cassette, 701-430-0877. These new Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans feature exclusive genetics and high-demand trait platforms like Enlist E3 soybeans and XtendFlex soybeans. Golden Harvest Seeds. Talk with your area representative, Tim Cassette, 701-430-0877 for Golden Harvest Seed.
And welcome back into Thompson here at Larimer Field in Thompson, beautiful Thompson, North Dakota. Mac Robinson, James Cardarelli on hand as it's Pembina County North Grizzlies leading 5-2. Carrington tacking on another run there in the top of the fourth as we head into bottom of the fourth here on YourLiveEvent.com. Cadence Van Ray still on the mound here. It'll be the 7-8-9 hitters for Pembina County North. Sarah Jensen, Maddie Steele, and Jocelyn Anderson. And the pitch here from Van Ray. It's going to go up and over Bryn Smith. Ball one. Sarah Jensen 0 for 1 today with a pop out and the pitch. That one's going to be high and inside for ball 2, 2-0 count. And the pitch, that one's going to be outside, ball 3. 5-2 lead, again for the Grizzlies. Winner of this one will take on the loser of the Thompson Mayport CG, and that pitch is going to be high and outside for ball 4.
Left fielder, Maddie Steele.
Maddie Steele stepping up to the dish. Jensen on first. They will play in the state qualifier game tomorrow. Ball, no strikes here. 1-0 count. As Steele was 1 for 1 with a single in this one. The pitch. That's going to be a wild pitch, and that will advance Sarah Jensen on to second. So Sarah Jensen on second now, taking away the double play ball. And next pitch on the way. That one's going to be a wild pitch once again, and that will advance Jensen on to third. And that ball gets away, and that will allow Jensen to come all the way home.
They get that run back.
And so now, next pitch will be ball 4, and that will allow Maddie Steele to get on first. So no runs, so nobody out. 1 run already coming across. It's a 4-run lead for the Grizzlies. And the Cardinals, Van Ray steps in, fires that one. That one's going to be skied into right center field and carrying, and that's going to get past the right fielder, Reese Schaefer. And Maddie Steele is going to be off and running. She's going to be heading home, and that throw is going to be offline just a bit and allowing Steele to come all the way home from first. 7-2 lead for the Grizzlies as Maddie Steele advances to second base on the throw with the RBI single.
I thought that they might have got that tag on the back, but good job scoring the run. That throw was offline just a little bit, but nice attempt.
I could see it from over here. She was just a hair behind her, and Steele able to just beat her out by a step. And the pitch. That one's going to be low. And Callie DeMars at the dish. She's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. And Callie DeMars, what's the next pitch? 2-0. So 7-2 lead here on YourLiveEvent.com. We appreciate you joining us, not just today, but also Saturday and tomorrow. Pitch in there for a strike, 2-1. Again, Thompson and the Patriots of Mayport, CG, Hatton, Northwood facing off tomorrow at 3.
And that is going to be a good one.
Pitch high.
Region 2 championship. 2 teams that haven't given up any runs and have been scoring runs at a premium, and that's going to be a good one, Mac.
3-1 offering. That one skied up in the infield and going to be caught there by Van Ray. As Kennedy Wendell, and we're coming in close. And Van Ray able to secure that one.
They both tried to catch it. Van Ray is the one who did.
I guess got the glove right in above Wendell's there. And so the pitch there to Helgo. It's going to be a ball and trying to throw it on to third. And Jocelyn Anderson will go ahead and get a steal in there, just beating out the throw.
Good job sliding underneath there and unable to squeeze it over there at third.
And the throw actually went into the glove of Hendrickson and bounced out. So 1-0 count here. The pitch going to be high, ball 2.
Slide kind of jarred it loose.
Grayson Helgo, 1 for 2 at the dish here today. Single. 2-0 count, the pitch. High, ball 3. And trying to throw it back over to third. Trying to keep Anderson close. Next pitch from Van Ray. In there for a strike. 3-1 count. The pitch on the way. That one's going to get by for ball 4. And Jocelyn Anderson not going to try to take home after the pass ball. And Crosby steps up. That one fouled back. But Helgo off and running here on that one. So going to get a quick steal in here for Helgo. Crosby 0 for 2 today. She grounded out and got on base via fielder's choice. Pitch high and no real attempt there to stop Helgo as Helgo would take second. Don't want to throw down and allow Anderson to come home and score another run for the Grizzlies. The 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch. That's going to be outside ball 2. So 2-1 count. So the winner of this one will play in the state qualifier tomorrow. The pitch. That one skied into center field. That's going to end up dropping. That's going to fall, and that will plate 1 Grizzly as they try to get over to second, and she's going to get tagged out at second as Crosby tried to leg that one out on the throw in, but that's going to be out number 2.
Third baseman, Haley Kemp.
Now 2 outs in the inning, but scoring 2 there. Good heads-up base running. And Pembina County North now with a 7-run lead. But bases are cleared.
Yeah, the good old 8-1-4 put out. That one going foul. So bases are clear. 9-2 lead for Pembina County North. And Kaylee Kemp, again, has yet to register an at-bat, but it has 2 plate appearances, both walks. That one skied in the left field. That one's going to be caught there by Coots for the 3rd out as we head into the 5th inning.
That was a great play over there at short.
9-2 lead for Pembina County North over Carrington here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
And welcome back into Thompson as we have the Pembina County North Grizzlies leading 9-2 here on YourLiveEvent.com. Mac Robinson, your play-by-play voice. James Cardarelli, my color commentator here for this elimination game as the winner will move on to face the runner-up for the region here in Region 2, as that will be decided tomorrow between Thompson and Mayport, CG, Hatton, Northwood. That coming at you tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
That's going to be a battle.
Yes, it will. And that state qualifier game will come following regional championship. And DeMars steps in and fires. Pitch in there for a strike on Wendell. So 0-1. Wendell has yet to record an at bat. That one fouled back. She has 2 walks so far in this one, including one of the 2 runs scored for the Cardinals. That one hit. There's your first at bat. That's going to be down for a single, and she's going to leg this out in extra bases. And she's going to stand in with the double as that one went all the way to the wall. Good piece of hitting there into right center field.
Stayed back on it, slapped it out there into right center field, and that's a leadoff double. And Carrington now with a good opportunity again with a runner in scoring position to lead off the inning.
That they are. And that first pitch will be high for a ball. Van Ray 0 for 2 today with a pop out and a strikeout swinging. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Van Ray, somebody that you always got to be concerned about if you're an opponent. Can hit it to all sides of the field there. Swing and a miss.
Well, that home run on Saturday went opposite field.
Home run on, like you said, went opposite field, went to right field out there, almost right by the flag out there next to the scoreboard. Next pitch, gonna be low for a ball, 2-2. And her first at bat, she popped out to left field. So she's somebody who plays across the entire field there. That one fouled right back. And one thing to keep an eye on is the shift out in the outfield. Center and right playing a little bit off to the right there. Meanwhile, a pretty big gap between left field and center. A lot of room.
Lots of grass. Lots of grass.
And on top of that, the big space in the middle of the infield. That one on the ground over to Remy Larson. Larson fires on to first in time for the out. First out of the inning. But that will advance Isabel Wendell on to third. So the 6-3 put out advances Wendell on to third. And the pitch from DeMars inside, or no, it's going to be in there for a strike. Wendell pulled back. And the pitch from DeMars. It's going to be outside. Good grab there from Nora Crosby. So 1-1 count. 1 down here in the top of the 5th. And the pitch from DeMars. That one's going to be popped foul and out of play. So 1-2 count. And DeMars readies, fires. In there, strike 3 looking. Kennedy Wendell goes down.
That's a big pitch. That was nice right on that outside corner.
You're absolutely right there, James. As 2 down now, and Bryn Smith will come in. Pitch inside. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout swinging and a flyout. And the pitch. That one off the end of on the inside over to Larson on to first for the third out. We head into the bottom of the 5th, 9-2 lead for Pembina County North right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Stay tuned.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you to town, conveniently located halfway between Fargo and Grand Forks. Shop for your personal items, farm and business supplies at our local stores. If you're looking for a new home or a working job, check out the opportunities in Hillsborough and see what the community can offer you and your family. The City of Hillsborough congratulates the area graduates on your achievements, and they wish you all the best in your future. They hope that you'll carry pleasant memories of school days and graduation time for the rest of your life. Congratulations and best of luck, graduates, from the City of Hillsborough.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
And welcome back into Thompson as we head into the bottom of the fifth. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Pembina County North, as it'll be Remy Larson, Colby Firstenau, and Sarah Jensen up to bat. Larson 1 for 1 today with a single and a sac fly. And umpire coming out there, bringing out the brush. As he goes ahead and paints home plate. Happy little clouds like we've been getting over here in North Dakota. Couple of happy little clouds here and there. Bob Ross would be proud. The pitch. Showing bunt, pulls back, ball 1.
How do you know they're happy?
I mean, look, they're happy little clouds, man. You can't tell?
Yeah, I guess if I've ever seen a happy cloud.
That one showed bunt. Wasn't able to connect on that one. So 1-1 count. Larson has the speed. And now infield playing in, preparing for the bunt. 1-1 count. And Larson shows bunt once again. That's going to be outside for a ball. 2-1 count. So Larson going to try to get on base here via the bunt. They're showing it 3 times here. That one's going to go foul. So I don't think she's going to go for bunt again, but we'll see. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Two-two count. Pitch on the way from Van Ray. That one high and...
Well, that one got away from her. That almost was thrown up here.
In the words of Major League, just a bit outside.
That was inside, though.
Yeah, a little bit. That one in there for strike 3 as Larson goes down looking.
That was a nice pitch. After throwing that wild pitch, able to come right back inside and paint that corner. That was nice.
That one high and outside for ball 1. Colby Firstenau coming in. Second baseman 0 for 1 with a ground out. Got on base via the walk. Pitch, that's going to be high as well. 2-0. 9-2 lead here. Next pitch on the way. That one bounces in. Ball 3. So 3-0 count, 1 down. Sarah Jensen in the on-deck circle. Maddie Steele behind her. And the pitch. That one going to be low, ball 4. So Sarah Jensen steps up. And Firstenau on first. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch. In there for a strike. Oh for 1 today is Jensen. She popped out and she walked in this one. The pitch from Van Ray. On the inside, that one's going to be fielded but goes off of the glove of Maddie Coots. So Jensen will reach via the error from Coots. So 1 out, runners on first and second. The pitch. 1 low and in the dirt, ball 1. Maddie Steele 1 for 1 with a single and a walk today. Again, thank you for joining us here on YourLiveEvent.com. Mac Robinson, James Cardarelli. Pitch outside, 2-0. And big number to remember here is 3. It's that pitch high, 3-0. As the Grizzlies score 3 runs this inning, this game will end. And they will advance to face the runner-up in the region. That one going on the ground, throwing on to third for the force out for out number 2. And so Matty Steele reaches base via the fielder's choice.
Really good job getting the lead runner there at third, just flipping it over there, and second out of the inning. And Van Ray trying to keep the game alive here for the Cardinals.
And the pitch from Van Ray. That one skied up and back. Just out of play. Just to the right of us here in the broadcast booth. So 0-1 count here. 2 down and the pitch. That one low. That's going to get past Bryn Smith. That will advance the runners into scoring position. 1-1 count. I know we've mentioned it before here, James, but this is the 7th game that we've done here. And again, the quick turnaround from the grounds crew. Good job by them to swing things around. That pitch going to be hit back up the middle. That'll plate 1. Will it plate 2? They're sending them. And heading home and will score is a Matty Steele.
Well, there you have it. 2 RBIs there, and that winning run over there at first now, Mac. If Carrington gives up another one, this game will end. 2 outs in the inning.
And so now Kelly DeMar steps up to the plate. She's popped out twice and grounded out in this one. She's in line for the win here today if the Grizzlies can hold this score here or potentially score the run on first. And that one going to be hit on the ground. That's going to go over to third, on to first for the third out. We head on to the 6th as it is the Grizzlies with the 11-2 lead over the Carrington Cardinals.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to the teams competing in today's game, and go Patriots!
And welcome back in to Thompson, North Dakota at Larimer Field, where the Pembina County North Grizzlies lead 11-2 over the Carrington Cardinals here on YourLiveEvent.com. Mac Robinson, James Cardarelli on the call for you. As the Grizzlies will be facing off against Lauren Hendrickson, Callie Hewitt, and Bailey Ness, the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Cardinals here on YourLiveEvent.com. Pitch on the way. That one outside. Ball 1. Hendrickson 1 for 2 today. She struck out swinging her first at bat and had a double in her last at bat to right center field. Pitch inside. Ball 2. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss from Hendrickson. So 2-1 count. Nobody out here as Hendrickson leads off this 6th inning. The pitch. And it's going to be outside, ball 3. As Cardinals are trying to get some insurance runs as one more run from the Grizzlies and this game's over. Pitch from DeMars. In there, versus right. Full count. DeMars with 104 pitches, 56 of them have been strikes. And the pitch. Inside, ball 4. Hendrickson will take first base, and Callie Hewitt steps up. She's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, swinging, and a walk. And the pitch. First one in there for a strike. 0-1 count here. Pitch on the way from DeMars. That one blooped into right field. That's going to drop. Hendrickson hustling on to second. And she will get in there safely. That will advance the runners. And Hewitt with a single. And just like that, the Cardinals are cooking. Bailey Ness 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, swinging, and a walk. Runners on first and second. Pass ball will advance the runners on to second and third, and the Cardinals have runners in scoring position.
Good job by Carrington to get runners in scoring position here in the top of the 6th with no outs yet. They got a good opportunity to push some runs through.
Pitch in there for a strike.
They've had this opportunity a couple times, but DeMars has bounced back in a couple innings, able to just hold them to 2 runs on the day.
And the pitch there from DeMars in there for a strike, strike 2. 1-2 count. Absolutely right, James. They've had some good opportunities, and this has been a really fruitful tournament in my eyes for this young group of the Carrington Cardinals here. And with the comeback win, 15-14 on Saturday. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for Bailey Ness.
Well, can't talk about it enough. When I talked to head coach Brady Smith of the Cardinals, had their first game of the day. You know, the future's bright in Carrington. A lot of youngsters on the team, just one senior, and they're only going to get better.
That pitch going to get by, but nobody running on that one. Reese Schaefer, the 9-hitter in the lineup. She is 0 for 1 today with a walk and a ground out. As almost an hour and 20 minutes into this one. The pitch. That one's going to go high and wide, but bounce right back to Nora Crosby, so runners don't go there. So 2-0 count now on Schaefer with the leadoff hitter, Mara Coots, in the on-deck circle. Pitch from DeMars on the way. She toes the rubber, rocks back, fires. In there for a strike, 2-1 count. Again, Hendrickson and Hewitt, both are pretty good base runners, have some speed to them. And the pitch, that one's going to be fouled right back. 2-2 count. 1 out here, and the wind blowing in from home plate out to center, maybe towards right a little bit here. And the pitch. It's going to be high and outside, full count. And so now, 1 out here, full count, the pitch. That one's going to be skied out to right field, and that's going to go foul.
Good job protecting there. Another big pitch coming up here for DeMars.
Count remains full. As 1 out here and looking to keep their season alive here. The pitch. Strike 3 looking, and Reese Schaefer looked back at the umpire in disbelief on that one. So that was strike 3 looking.
That was a bang-bang call right there, Mac. Could have been low and outside, but nonetheless, that is out number 2.
And the pitch there to Mara Coots, swing and cut. And that's going to be first pitch strike.
So how do you, he just checked the fielding ump. over there behind the shortstop. I'm not sure how.
Had to get the second opinion.
Not sure how he would have the angle of.
That's a fair point there, James, as well.
But hey, I digress.
And second pitch swinging, so 0-2 count here, 2 down. Runners on second and third. Cardinals down by 9, trying to keep their season alive here. That's going to be on the ground, over to first, from first to now to Helgo, and we go to the bottom of the 6th here on YourLiveEvent.com as the Grizzlies try to tack on one more run to secure the win over the Carrington Cardinals here in the bottom of the 6th.
Trail District Health Unit is here to provide you with health and wellness services, including health education, blood sugar and hemoglobin screenings, blood pressure checks, vaccinations, free COVID home tests, vision and hearing screenings, home care visits, limited-term medical equipment, and more. Contact Trail District Health for information about childhood or adult immunizations and where you can get them. Call Trail District Health Unit at 701-636-4434. Trail District Health is here to prevent, promote, and protect.
And welcome back into Thompson as it is the Carrington Cardinals and Pembina County North Grizzlies as the Grizzlies hold an 11-2 lead. And the Carrington Cardinals trying to get through this one unscathed as the Grizzlies are one run away from securing the win.
Can't say enough about DeMars there in that last half inning. Runners in scoring position with no outs, able to hold them to no runs on the inning. Really did a nice job of, well, getting minimal damage out of that inning.
Well, and James, you mentioned that, you know, as Helgo steps up to the plate here. DeMars just 22 pitches in that inning. Really able to, you know, leave the 2 runners on base. And that's been the difference here so far. And it's going to be Grayson Helgo, followed by Crosby. Helgo swinging a miss on the offering from Van Ray. She's 1 for 2 today with a ground out, single and a walk.
To that, Carrington, they've had their opportunities, but only being able to plate 2 runs through, and that's a lot of credit to DeMars on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely. That pitch low and outside, ball 1.
Some nice defense being played behind her as well.
Nora Crosby in the on-deck circle. Kaylee Kemp behind Crosby there. 2-3-4 hitters. That pitch inside, ball 2. Van Ray so far today, 105 pitches. Just 49 of them have been strikes. She's been having trouble locating the strike zone here today. The winner of this one advances to the state qualifier game. And Helgo thought about it, but pitch high, 3-1. Next offering. In there for a strike. Full count. Winner of this one will take on the runner-up in the region. That one high and outside. So that will allow Helgo to reach first base. And Nora Crosby, 1 for 3 today. She grounded out. She had a single, and she also reached base via fielder's choice. 11-2 lead for the Grizzlies of Pembina County North. Pitch fouled off high. So 0-1 count. Crosby was tagged out earlier in this one, trying to take home. That one high, ball 1. 1-1 count. Van Ray toes the rubber, rocks back and fires. That one on the ground, that's going to find the hole. And Helgo is going to be running on to third as Helgo will stop there. And a single there for Crosby puts the game-ending run at third base. And Kaylee Kemp is 0 for 1 with a flyout and 2 walks.
You got to think the infield should be playing in here and coming home no matter what with the game on the line.
Any play at the plate here. That one skied up to right field. Will it have the depth? That will, and that will allow the run to score on the RBI single, and that will be your ball game. As the final score will be 12-2 as the Pembina County North Grizzlies will advance into the state qualifier matchup tomorrow here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll have your post-game recap right here after this on YourLiveEvent.com. The final score, Grizzlies 12, Carrington Cardinals 2.
The Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
And welcome back into Thompson as the elimination game here today on your Monday has been decided as the Pembina County North Grizzlies have taken down the Carrington Cardinals 12-2 in 6 innings. As we go ahead and take you through this one, obviously early on Carrington was able to get a run across there in the bottom of the first, and really, it came down to Pembina County North just chipping away or inning by inning as they scored 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and finally getting their last run there in the sixth. And they finish with 12 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. 4 were left on base. And for Carrington, it was 2 runs scored, 4 hits, 3 errors, and 8 batters left on base. And as we take you through the statistics from this one, really came down to having good eye at the batter's box, really able to work the count if you are the Pembina County Grizzlies, as they were able to work 8 walks in this one from Cadence Van Ray. And they were able to secure 8 hits as well. And going through, and actually, we're going to go ahead and start with our awards here as the feature position player of the game. I'm going to give that one to Jocelyn Anderson. Anderson was 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, 3 RBIs, and also scored a run in this one. And so she is your RDK Enterprises Precision player of the game. And, of course, when it comes to RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton for precision planting updates, information, and questions, well, contact RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton, 701-636-2119. Visit plannerdoc.com. RDK Enterprises is here to help you have a safe spring in the fields and on the roadways. So you take a look at the rest of the hitters here for Pembina County North. Nora Crosby, 2 for 4 today, 2 singles and 2 RBIs. Also, Grayson Helgo, she was 1 for 2 today with a single, and she got on base with 2 walks. She also scored twice, including the final run there for the Grizzlies. Also out there, Kaylee Kemp, she was 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. Also scored twice. Remy Larson was 1 for 2 with a RBI single, with a single. She also had a sac fly in this one as well. And Madeline Steele, she was 1 for 2 today, scored twice, and also had 2 RBIs as well. On the other side, in the batter's box, it was Isabel Wendell who scored once. She had a double in this one as well. She was 1 for 1 today, also had 2 walks. And also Laura Hendrickson Lauren Hendrickson, excuse me. She was 1 for 2 today with a double and a walk. She also scored once in this one as well. Callie Hewitt, she was 1 for 2 with a single, and she also walked in this one as well. 6 walks were generated by the Carrington Cardinals at the plate here today. And also Reese Schaefer was able to have an RBI in this one as well, and she also walked. And as we take a look at the pitching here today, Kelly DeMar, she's going to get the win here today. Had 121 pitches, only allowed 2 runs, both earned. She had 6 walks, only allowed 4 hits, and fanned 8 Cardinal batters in this one today. So she is going to earn the win, and she's also going to earn the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. And, of course, again, Callie DeMar is getting the win here today. 2 runs allowed, doing a great job of following up, having the disappointing first game here today to secure the win in the second and move on to face the runner-up in tomorrow's matchup between Thompson and Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. And again, Enbridge, life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And again, to go through, once again, our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, that's going to go to Jocelyn Anderson. She was 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and 3 RBIs. And again, she is your RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game for being as precise as she was, not just in the batter's box, but also in the field as well. So that's going to go ahead and do it for us here in Thompson. Again, we want to thank you all, and especially we want to thank all of our sponsors. Again, without them, we would not be able to put on this broadcast for you here today. So we want to say thank you, and you can say thank you by going and showing them your patronage and going ahead and showing and letting them know, hey, your live event sent you. And we also want to say thank you to all of you for tuning in throughout Saturday, throughout today, here Monday. But we're going to be back here tomorrow. Won't be me. It'll be the great Kevin Kochman on the call tomorrow for that one. He will be here for the Thompson versus Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. That matchup here on YourLiveEvent.com, 3 o'clock sharp. Make sure you tune in for that one. Kevin always brings the top-notch quality there for that. And, of course, following that contest will be Pembina County North taking on the loser of that contest. And that one will be the state qualifying matchup right here on YourLiveEvent.com. For James Cardarelli, I'm Mac Robinson signing off from Thompson. Again, the final, Pembina County North Grizzlies getting the win 12-2 over the Carrington Cardinals right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Have a good night, everybody.